This one's gonna be about Warren Buffett, and I'm looking forward to it. But see you after the intro. I'm really looking forward to it just because I don't know. I kind of feel like that Warren Buffett is actually a really likable person. Like he's just really nice. I don't know. Like and also with Bill Gates and his friendship with Bill Gates, it is. I I actually want to say cute, but it is not cute. But it's just really, really a good thing. Like I can, by the videos that I've watched, I can somehow really feel that they are pretty good friends, and I like to see that. I like to see happy people, I guess. And I've actually seen and I've actually noticed by watching. Is it a thriller? I don't know. It was just a really dramatic movie, and I came to the conclusion that I really do not like sad movies, first of all, and the second of all also like just thrillers where it is like literally about being feared and there is someone that's gonna kill me and there's whatever. I really don't like to just immerse myself into this kind of sphere, into this kind of world. I like action, because it is, I don't know, it is just like action, and some of the movies are done really great, and I like to see them. And it's not really, it is, it is also about killing sometimes, and just this and that and shooting and whatever and fight scenes and quite that things. But I like them. Like it is not sad, and it is definitely not like a thriller, and it is definitely like not like just, I don't know, like it feels different. And you know there's nothing that fucks me more than when I feel bad after actually watching something like a thriller or something like dramatic movies or whatever. It is just really, really hitting me. I don't know. I just really seem to be um, easily, easily. Yeah. Now I need a word. I seem to be easily changed. I'm gonna say now. It's not the word that I'm looking for, but changed by movies. But I could also use them or use that in a really different way by just, I don't know, by just watching something that is funny, watching something that is like just, I don't know, I'm watching the movie and then I go home and everything is the same. Like it is just some entertainment for 2 hours or 1.5, and that's quite it. I also like fantasy, like The Hobbit and such things. I do really admire them, especially also from a design perspective, character design and the world design, the 3D things and whatever. It is just really, really, really interesting and really, yeah, I'm just admiring it. I really like to see them. I really like to watch them. I like to just immerse myself in a different world where everything is like, I don't want to say that everything's like funny and good and whatsoever, but it's like different. It is like a fantasy thing, and I don't know. It just reminds me on Marcus Heinz. Is it Marcus? No, Heitz. Marcus Heitz. He's a fictional author, and I think his books are also translated into English. He's a German author, but his books are just so good. I have only been reading like my brother read a lot of his book and a lot of his books, and they have been great. Like he was often telling me about them, and back in the days, it's probably like, I don't know, 5 years since then or something, but they have been really great. But I could show you, I could show you. But we're actually going through an Warren Buffett article on the jamesclear.com website about the 20 slot rule, and I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm also books, but I'm also looking forward. Like, yeah, they're definitely translated into English as well. It is like the Dwarfs and the War of the Dwarfs. They are all really good books. I've been reading parts of them as well. Not really everything. Like, I don't know if I've actually read a whole book because I don't feel like it, but it could be the case. In the end, I don't know. The thing is, especially those, like Devastating Hate. The funny thing is, they are named differently in German. Dark Path, Raging Storm. They are all pretty good books. Aera book 8. I don't know them, actually. Sanctum Collector. And this is him. Like, yeah. He also looks like a really, really nice guy, to be honest. And he's 47. I didn't know that he's actually that old, quote unquote old, because it is definitely not old, but I don't know, compared to myself, it is definitely old. And like, I don't know, the dwarves have been a thing since 2003. And the funny thing is, the last book from the dwarves actually was published in 2015. For the podcast listeners now that can't see that on the screen, it is insane. Like, I don't know, writing on basically one story for such a long time is definitely something, It definitely reminds me of Marcus Zusak, who was writing the book Thief for 3 years. Like, it's still insane. But it's not going to be about books today. Maybe, I don't know, Warren Buffett read a lot of books and reads a lot of newspaper. But yeah, it is about the 20 slot rule from Warren Buffett on the jamesclear.com website. So it's another article we're going through. And yeah, it is about how to simplify your life and maximize your results. Looking forward to that. And as always, we are beginning with a short story on Warren Buffett, I assume. I at least assume. It is not a long article, again. So the other episode that I've just recorded before this one is about learning things in 20 hours. It is really interesting as well. I don't know if this is going to be uploaded first or the other one's going to be uploaded first. I don't know. It actually also doesn't matter that much, to be honest. But yeah, maybe you check out or just go onto my channel or the podcast. Maybe there is the this episode as well. I don't know. Could be the thing. Could also not be the thing. Depends. So Charlie Munger settled into his seat in front of the crowd at the University of Southern California. It was 1994, and Munger had spent the last 20 years working alongside Warren Buffett as the two men grew Berkshire Hathaway into a billion-dollar corporation. Today, Munger was delivering a talk to the USC Business School entitled A Lesson on Elementary Worldly Wisdom. About halfway through his presentation, hidden among many fantastic lessons, Munger discussed a strategy that Warren Buffett had used with great success throughout his career. And it is actually quoted, or it is actually a quote from Charlie Munger, which is great. Like, having his words or just knowing his words feels kind of good. I don't know. I don't actually know why, but it somehow just feels good. So Warren Buffett's 20 slots rule. Here it is. When Warren Buffett lectures at business school, he says, "I could improve your ultimate financial welfare by giving you a ticket with only 20 slots in it so that you had 20 punches, representing all the investments that you got to make in a lifetime. And once you would punch through the card, you couldn't make any more investments at all." He says, under those rules, you'd be really think carefully about what you did, and you would be forced to load up on what you would really thought about. So you would do so much better. Again, this is a concept that seems perfectly obvious to me, and to Warren Buffett it seems perfectly obvious. But this is one of the very few business classes in the US where anybody will be saying so. It isn't the conventional wisdom. To me, it is obvious that the winner has to be very selectively. It's been obvious to me since very early age or very early in life. I don't know why it is not obvious to very many other people. The thing is, I can somehow feel like that they are just so that they're so about this rule, like they are living the rule. They are just like they really are living the rule, and which is nothing bad, which is nothing just. I think it is good, in the end, but it's definitely nothing bad. The thing is, feels good. Feels good that people are actually having something to somehow, somehow just change their life or change the direction of their life. It feels good. It just feels good. I don't know what to say, but the thing is, I don't feel like they are feeling it. They are feeling it like, okay, they might be feeling it like I am just so about we are all individuals. It is just something that is in my heart. It is just something that I'm really living. Something that I'm so that it really is like a little bit strange, but it is so in me, it is so about me as well. It is really, really, really interesting, but it is not hitting me that hard. Like, it makes sense, and I've known this rule before, and I've heard Warren talking about it before, because I don't know, I like Buffett. He's just a really cool dude. Mm. Um, but the thing is, yeah, it isn't hitting me that hard. So I really hope that he's, I don't know, talking a little bit more about it, just explaining why it is so important and whatsoever. So it just makes sense, to clarify that. It just makes sense, If you're investing in everything, without actually knowing what you're investing in, and without knowing the kind of the matrix or something, it's not gonna be good. You're gonna lose a lot of money, because I don't know, it might be about making the quick buck, or might be just making a lot of money really fast, which often leads to a lot of failures, mistakes, you losing a lot of money. I assume, at least, I haven't made a lot of money, but I'm all about saving. I'm really all about saving money. It is what I do. I I might not be a person that is making a lot of money, but I'm definitely a person that is able to save a lot of money. If I'm really willing to, I think the basic money that I'm saving is my pocket money, to be honest. And I was able to save 1 grand over the past year, I guess, I assume. And I'm going to be able to do that this year as well, I hope, at least. It depends on, it really depends on, what I'm having to buy. Because sometimes it is like, I have to buy things. Like, I don't know. So sometimes you just have to buy things because of other people, because it is because of certain situations. Like, okay, you are on a wedding and you do not have a suit. Therefore, like, okay, you need a suit, and it is what it is. And yeah, then it is like, yeah, you could just be a fucker and just be like, I'm not gonna buy myself a suit, it's just too expensive. But the thing is, you're probably able to buy one, and I'm also able to buy a lot of things. I really am, but I just don't want to. It is just me. Like, I don't know. I think I've always been that kind of a person. I've been saving a lot throughout my youth, to be honest. But I've also used that money. Then in the end, it is like, okay, I saved a lot of money. I was really conscious about how I'm spending it, and it really always felt so bad when I then just used my money to buy, I don't know, just toys sometimes, or video games. I think video games have been the singular thing that I've been spending quite a lot of money on. Like, I don't know, in total, pretty much like, I don't know, I would even say $200 to $300 or something. It could be the case, but in the past few years, I haven't been spending a lot on, quite nothing, since now we have 2019, I think 2015 or something, or 2016, 17. Well, no, that's, 15, I guess, 2015 or 16. So like 3-4 years ago or something. Has been the last time I bought myself a game, And I'm also really not looking for just buying a new game. But yeah, enough talk about my saving thing and more about Warren Buffett. The underrated importance of selective focus. Warren Buffett's 20-slot rule isn't just useful for financial investments, it is a sound approach for time investment as well. In particular, what struck me about Buffett's strategy was his idea of forcing yourself to load up and go all in on an investment. Which means, like, okay, if you want to do the investment, if you made the investment, you're also gonna do it. You're really gonna do it. It's not gonna be just half-assed fuck shit. It's gonna be just really, just full in, like full house. Poker. So the key point in this is your odds of success improve when you are forced to direct all of your energy and attention to fewer tasks. Well, it depends. The thing is, I get what they're talking about. I get, what he's aiming, what he's aiming for. I really get that. It makes sense for me. But the thing is, I have seen and I have noticed and I've experienced throughout the past 2 weeks that I am really a person that is not looking forward to actually doing the exact same thing every singular day for 8 hours or something, or even more. I'm really not looking forward to that. I don't know what to say, but I like just, for example, recording the episode, then making the posts, uploading the episode. It's theoretically and also practically it's the exact same thing every single day. But I'm always talking about something different a day. I'm always going through something different a day. It is always like a new challenge, question mark. And even though, in the whole graphic design sphere, matrix, era, whatever, it is really not like you might be doing a lot of the same things or the same tasks, but it's never going to be the exact same thing. It's always going to be a new design. It's always going to be just a new person you're working with. It's always going to be just something new, in the really end. But the thing is, I don't know, like working on something that I might not be that passionate about for quite a long time throughout the day, something that I really do not like to do. I don't know. And I think I'm not the only one that is feeling this way. And therefore just having more tasks to just feel good also makes sense. This is what I was aiming for. And I still understand him. If you have a lot of tasks, still also a lot of tasks will fall down. A lot of tasks will then in the end be relatively unnecessary and you won't be just going for them that much. It is what it is. And I know that and you know that. And but then you do just also have to be clear about that. You have to just know that, and you also have to be okay with that. You also have to be okay with the fact that you might be just losing a lot of things, quote unquote losing, or you might not be doing quite a lot of these tasks, even though you initially wanted to do them, but maybe in the process you have seen like, okay, it is not something that I like, or it is like, okay, I can drop that because something else is more important. But some people just like to handle and juggle a lot of different things. If you want to master a skill, to truly master it, you have to be selective with your time. You have to ruthlessly trim away good ideas to make room for great ones. You have to focus on a few essential tasks and ignore the distractions. You have to commit to working through 10 years of silence. And it is about commitment. It is really about commitment. You have to be sure about it. And am I committing to it in terms of the whole podcasting thing as well? Probably. Because it is a lot of fun, and the progress as itself is really important, and it's also really important to focus on it and to just make sure that that the progress is something that you like to do. Like if you're doing something that you hate every single day, chances of you getting successful doing it is like almost zero. You're gonna be crippled after 10 years. You're gonna hate your fucking life after 10 years if you're doing something every singular day that you don't like. It must feel insane. It must really feel not good. And it does not feel good. I've had the experience throughout my internship, and it is really like not good. It really crushes your soul. It really crushes everything that is in your body. It's draining you quite. And definitely not good. Really not good. Really, really, really not good. But simplify and go all in. If you take a look around, and you will notice very few people actually go all in on a single skill or a goal for an extended period of time. Rather than researching carefully and pouring themselves into a goal for a year or two, most people dip their toes in the water and chase a new diet, a new college major, a new exercise routine, a new side business idea, or a new career path for a few weeks or months before jumping onto the next new thing. In my experience, so few people display the persistence to practice one thing for an extended period of time that you can actually become very good in many areas, maybe even world class. With just 1 year of focused work, if you view your life as a 20 slot per punch chart and each slot is a period of focused work for a year or two, then you can see how you can enjoy significant returns on your investment time simply by going all in on a few things. My point is here that everyone is holding a life punch card. I don't even know what a punch card is. I assume that you're punching through it, which means like with such a machiney thing, like, never mind. And if we are considering how many things we can master in a lifetime, there aren't many slots on that card. You only get so many punches during your time on this little planet. Unlike financial investments, your 20 life slots are going to get punched whether you like it or not. The time will pass either way. Don't waste your next slot. Think carefully, make a decision and go all in. Don't just ask, don't just kind of go for it, go all in. Your final results are merely a reflection of your prior commitment. This really motivates me to just commit to what I'm doing right here. And I'm still gonna be doing it. I at least hope, unless it is actually something that I do not like to do anymore. But the thing is, I've started the process. And once I start the process, it is really difficult for me to actually stop it. I've seen it with my new habit of fasting, which means like not eating something for 8 hours and then eating something for 16 hours. No, the other way around. And it is really like, I couldn't. I'm so committed, whatever, to that goal of not eating something, to that goal of fasting, that it is unable for me to do something about it. Exact same thing as not uploading an episode a day. It pisses me on. I'm hating it. It would drive me just literally crazy. I would just really feel bad because it is something that I've started. Still, I had days where I was unable to do that because of various reasons. And The footnotes. The first one is, you can read Munger's full talk here, a lesson on elementary worldly wisdom. Munger, that's the title of his talk, Justice, and provides an incredibly useful foundation for building worldly wisdom. And the second one is, for further reading on the importance of commitment, see, if you commit to nothing, you will be distracted by everything. Which seems to be another article as well. But yeah. I've already finished, like it's a quarter before 11 a.m. and I've already finished the second episode. I do have all the posts ready for today. I only have to work out, cook, and just buy myself and go grocery shopping. This is what I'm having to do today. And then I'm actually finished, which is great. And I then have the whole day for doing Whoa. I nearly thought like, well, now the recording's gonna be fucked. I'm gonna end the recording there. I'm literally a little bit feared that I'm gonna fuck the recording through some various reasons. I don't fucking know. But yeah. I have to thank you very, 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 very much for going through this with me. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm getting a little dizzy. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to do what I'm doing here, and I hope that I'm also going to be able to do that for a living in some day in my life. Then I also hope that the quality is going to be a little bit higher. The production value is going to be a little bit higher. Everything is going to be a little bit higher. But yeah, I guess it is fine, like what it is at the time, I think, never mind. The thing is, I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success. I'm so happy that you've gone through this with me. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the podcast. Rate this video and rate the podcast as well. Would be nice. Would really be making me happy. And yeah. Also think about your legacy, please. Think about how you're going to be remembered, because we can shape it, even though no matter how nice you are and no matter how generous and beautiful you are, there's still going to be someone that doesn't like you. I assume, at least. It is something that I assume. But yeah. Also think about your purpose and some questions that might help you with that are, why are you on this planet? What are you trying to change? And what is bothering you the most on this goddamn planet? Because there's definitely going to be something. And then you actually have a business, not strategy, but a business idea as well. Because, often it starts with something that bothers you. And in the end, it's like, okay, it bothers quite a lot of people. But yeah, thank you very much again. It's really a pleasure, and for me, thank you. Subscribe. I see you the next time, hopefully. And yeah, thanks again. I really have to thank you. Like, it is insane. It is just insane what I'm able to do here. Thank you.